The final is here. Chapter 16, Episode 8, The Rescue. And now The Mandalorian's over, but God did it go out with a bang. Next Thursday, I believe, I will be ranking every single Mandalorian episode for Season 2. So next Thursday is Christmas Eve, and then I'll do one on Saturday, which is Boxing Day. So nothing on Christmas. But I'll still wish you all a Merry Christmas, because it's been a real shitty year, you know? But anyway, moving on. We kick off with this Dick flying this shuttle with a friend who he shoots in the back, and he holds a blaster to Dr. Pershing. When Cara Dune and Din Djarin come in, he's just talking about, you know, his friends died in the Death Star and how people cheered when they blew up Alderaan. And this just annoys Cara Dune, so he gets a shot through the face, which is well deserved. We then come to one of my favourite scenes, where we head onto this desert planet. Slave One. I sounded really American there. Keep my British accent up. But Din Djarin and Boba Fett walk into this bar. 2 Mandalorians walk into a bar. 2 more sitting at a table. But this is one of my favourite parts, where we have Bo-Katan and Koskea Reeves, and just join us. Help us get Grogu. No, they're not doing that. So, tell them, bugger off. And Boba Fett's like, we don't need them. And then, I'm sorry, I'm smiling as I'm saying this, because it just makes me so happy. And then Bo-Katan says, you're not a Mandalorian. But he says his father is. Because obviously, if the armor belonged to his father, surely that... No. It's not how it bloody works. So, you know, and then she starts making fun of him for being a clone. Which is just bloody harsh. He's not a Mandalorian, he's a clone. He mentions his father, technically not his father, but she pokes fun at that as well. So Bo-Katan is just kind of being a bit of a douche, really. And she also says one line I was really interested in, that she's heard thousands of clone voices before. Now, I don't know if she's referring to Django, but is clearly more referring to clones. Now, I know she's heard clones before in the Siege of Mandalore, but that was about it. Which makes me think she may turn up on the Bad Batch series. I'm going to make a video about that next week, don't worry. She may turn up on the Bad Batch series, and we're going to see her meet the Bad Batch, the other clones, possibly Cody, who knows. But yeah, Koskea Reeves and Boba get into a fight, and then they stop, because, you know, Din Djarin will help them get Gideon's light cruiser. So, you know, okay, let's go. Then they have a fake chase onto the ship, where Boba Fett chases down the shuttle that the rest of them are in, and he destroys 2 TIE fighters like an absolute badass. And then he leaves. As the shuttle lands, they then all get off besides Din. He waits a minute. And they all start killing these stormtroopers. Then the Dark Troopers are deployed, and Din Djarin gets there just in time. He shuts the doors. One gets out. And it is indestructible. It's beating the absolute shit out of him. Seriously. Just punch after punch, and nothing seems to take it down. Besides a Beskar spear, which he sticks right through the guy. Then he sends all the rest out into space. It's like, bugger off, out of this ship. So, it's not going well for him. It's not going well. But it all gets worse as Gideon just sets the Darksaber nicely up against Grogu's head, as he's sitting in the tiniest shackles I have ever seen. And Gideon knows what's going on. He knows everyone's dead. He knows he's probably the last Imperial on this ship. So, Din will want... He says he can have the Darksaber if he can have the kid. And, of course, he agrees. And they resolve this peacefully. No fighting. He takes Grogu. Everyone gets off the ship. Gideon willingly surrenders himself to the New Republic. They get all the information. The galaxy's saved. But you should all know by now that he's a fucking liar. And a battle begins. Neither, I'd say, are particularly well skilled. I'd say Din Djarin is definitely better with these types of weapons. But he's better with blasters and hand-to-hand combat. But still, the fight's awesome nonetheless, and he defeats Gideon. He wins. Then a lot begins to happen, but I don't have enough images to show. But Din Djarin comes up with the Darksaber in hand, with Gideon, and looks awesome. And he wants to give the Darksaber to Bo-Katan, but she can't have it because she didn't defeat him in combat. So then there's a nice bit of tension there. Although in Rebels we saw that Sabine just willingly gave it to her and she took it. So I guess, but then again Sabine stole it from Maul. So I guess if someone stole it from someone who's already stole it, then they get the Darksaber? I don't know. But then the Dark Troopers come up and start beating down the door. But then one X-Wing comes around. And at first I thought it was that guy from Chapter 12 and Chapter 10. But no, it's just one X-Wing. Then I realised, well, he was going to be in one X-Wing. You can't just have one normal X-Wing pilot. It's obviously the badass Luke Skywalker. He beats all the Dark Troopers in a cool hallway scene like back in Rogue One. And this is apparently CGI done by Mark Hamill. And it looks incredible. So much better than Tarkin and Leia. A lot better. And it is done really well. This is the Luke Skywalker I wanted. You know, the sequels, of course Last Jedi's terrible. Rise of Skywalker, I can enjoy a bit, but it's only okay. And Force Awakens, I enjoy, but there's just some parts about that I really don't like. Especially Rey. Rey was not a good... Let's leave that for now. But this is the Luke Skywalker I wanted. Then to make it even better, R2-D2 shows up. And at this point, I love it. I didn't cry. I know some people definitely did cry. I did not cry. But I loved it still. And it's just so amazing that we can actually have things like this. And, of course, Luke Skywalker is going to take Grogu to train him as he heard the thing on Tython. But before he goes, he takes off his helmet in front of everyone. Screw the code. Who needs the Mandalorian code when you could take your helmet off whenever you feel like it? Don't know what the armor is going to say about that. Sure, she'll have a few words with Din Djarin. But then it's lovely because you don't see Pedro Pascal without his helmet on. He barely says a word. And it's still a great scene. So I'm guessing he's just going to take his helmet off whenever he feels like it now. You know, there's still other people in there. Luke Skywalker just saw his face. All the girls behind him saw his face. Wonder what words they had after this. But it's a real nice ending. Except it's not the ending because we go to Tatooine. Again, I love Tatooine. It's the best planet. Where Bib Fortuna, he's sat in his chair, fat. He's obese. I'm guessing it's just a bloody curse with Jabba's palace. I hope Boba Fett does not get the same treatment. But everyone is killed by Fennec Shand, apart from the Twi'lek, she gets to run away. And then Boba Fett steps in. Fortuna's just acting like he's glad Boba Fett's alive. 5 years ago he fucking fell into a Sarlacc and he's glad he's alive, but Boba Fett, he's not having that shit. He shoots him in the heart, throws his body on the floor, and takes the seat as, I guess, Tatooine's ruler. I never thought this would be happening. I'm just so happy. I'm sorry. Sorry. Professional voice. And then Fennec Shand sits next to him. And this is the most badass shot in the entire episode. In the entire series. There's not much I could really compare this. Like, wow. I love that part. I love it. But before I end, I have to say, rest in peace, Jeremy Bulloch, who was the original person who played Boba Fett. It's kind of a shame his voice was dubbed over by Tamora Morrison. Tamora Morrison does a fantastic job, but this guy, he brought one of the coolest Star Wars characters to life. And I just want to say thank you so much, Jeremy Bulloch. I really hope I'm saying his name right. But still, rest in peace. You are now one with the Force. And that's the end of this fantastic episode. It's been a journey, honestly. For the past 8 weeks, I've been posting these every Saturday. And I would just like to say thank you if you've been watching. I know Echo Productions has stuck around, so thank you so much. I can now start posting normal videos again, so this will be closed till the Bad Batch series, which I believe is early next year. I'll do my theories on that, I'll rank these episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye, soldiers.